What is up, guys? Welcome back. It has been a long time since I've done this, and it feels good to be able to say it again. I'm the J Sloan or Jordan. I'm back here to do a DVD slash Blu-ray slash vinyl slash book update for you guys. It has been over 2 years. I've been gone for a long time, and I could sit here and bore you guys with excuses and go over my life in the last 2.5 years. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to go on a deep level with that because things that happen, they are in the past and they stay in the past. I've been gone from this for a long time. It's crazy to think that the J Sloan has been on YouTube. I was looking. It's been almost 8 years now, I believe, maybe a little bit more. I was 13 when I started, and I'll be 21 soon. And I've still been active frequently on Chris Brock's channel with our the Walking Dead fan series. So you guys know I'm alive that way if you've seen on there. But I haven't been doing anything on my primary channel. It's at one point I really didn't feel like I had the means to do it anymore, or the want to do it anymore, and it's something that I really want to get back to. I left home. I'm not going to dive into it too deeply, but I had left home, and things had happened, good and bad, and I'm back, now, trying to bounce back on my feet, and these are just some titles that I picked up over the last 2 years, and there are some more at my old house that I never did get to bring here, but I still have them. I just didn't get to show them in an update, and I started to think, when things would go bad, being almost 21 years old again, now is when things would go bad in the past. It was just so easy to do a video and to make yourself feel better. And it's something that I really would like to get back to doing, to kind of revamp and revise this channel if it has any life whatsoever left, for anybody that's still wondering or watching or following. So I want to thank the people who are still subscribed and still are wondering and waiting, and I'm back. I'm going to try to give it a real go this time. Things were so much simpler, when you're 14 or 15 years old, to just make a video, and I want to do that, more now. And I think that we have some big news regarding some other channels and other things like that, coming up pretty soon. Myself and Chris and, a couple other people. But enough with the, where I've been and all that. I want to get to right down to business and show you guys what you clicked on the video to see. Okay, so I got some Blu-rays, I got some DVDs, I got a book, I got a vinyl. I mean, I've got quite a few things here. And so, yeah, let's start. So, first thing I have here is War of the Planet of the Apes. This is the Blu-ray DVD digital copy, pretty much the combo pack here. I got this on Black Friday for $10. I have not seen it yet. As you can see, it's still sealed. I don't know, my camera might be pretty shitty, so you might not be able to tell, but it is still sealed. And I did not get the slipcase with it, which really bothers me. But I've heard it's a great film. I've heard it's the best one out of the Planet of the Apes trilogy. I've liked the other two, Rise of the Planet of the Apes and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I've liked all of the Apes films, as a matter of fact, and I can't wait to watch this one. So, yeah, if you have seen this, comment down below and, let me know. What you guys think about it. Okay, so next, I did not buy this. I was actually at my sister's house helping her move. This was about a month ago, and this was something that belonged to my uncle, who's really dear to me. He passed away years ago now. I actually made a video about that on my channel. It just seems like so long ago, and at the same time, not so long at all. But this was one of his favorite movies. It's a 7-movie outlaw collection of Smokey and the Bandit. He loved Smokey and the Bandit, and I really wanted to bring it back, so I asked her if I could, and she said yes. So it has the first 7 films, or all 7 films, I guess. Missing a disc there. Not sure where he had that one. But it's something that I'm going to keep in my collection simply because it's something that reminds me of him and the memories in the past and you know, good thoughts, happy thoughts, and you know, it's something I really need right now. But yeah, I do like the original, you know, Burt Reynolds. I love the original Smokey and the Bandit. As far as the sequels go, I have seen probably the first 3, but other than that, I don't remember much about them. So yeah, there's the Smokey and the Bandit, the 7 Outlaw Collection, and rest in peace to my uncle. I love you. I miss you. Set this to the side, guys. Like I said, I'm a little out of practice, so if I ramble a little bit, just bear with me. So next here I have a comedy. I picked this up probably, well, it's been over a year now since I picked this up, called Trainwreck, starring Amy Schumer and Bill Hader. It's an interesting one. It's got some laughs. It's very vulgar, but I really enjoy it. Her comedy, it's a give and take situation with me. She can make me laugh, and then there's times where I just don't find her hilarious at all. Bill Hader, on the other hand, is a very, very good comic, as well as stand-up comic, and was really good on SNL. But yeah, Trainwreck, it's enjoyable. Definitely watch it if you haven't. Definitely beats her Amy Schumer's newest film with Goldie Hawn, which I can't remember what it's called exactly right now, but it's pretty funny. Okay, so next year we have a complete, the first 6 seasons, and I'll just show them to you like this. It's Shameless. So Shameless season 1, 2, don't know if I'm getting this good in the camera, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, I remember it's been 2 years ago now, picking up, go ahead and put these back, guys, if you don't care, picking up the first season of Shameless and really, really enjoying it. And I kind of fell out of it and couldn't find the other seasons in stores, you know, my local Walmart and things like that. And for a long time, guys, I was out of collecting. It really wasn't something that I was into doing. You know, I'm slowly getting back in the groove of ordering things here and there, purchasing things. It'll never be as strong as it once was, but I still do love my collection, and my movies always have. If you look at my room, it's exactly the same as when I left it. But Shameless, a very good show about a dysfunctional family who somehow in the end of every episode managed to make things okay and pull things together. Really love it. It's got a great cast. Trying to think. William H. Macy, I believe, plays Frank Gallagher. It's got, let's see, Emmy Rossum, who I believe she plays Fiona in the show. If you have not seen Shameless, definitely check it out. It's a great show. I believe they're on the 8th season now. I don't have season 7, but I need to get that. I am up to date. I'm watching season 8 as it airs. So, Shameless, great show. Like I said, if you haven't watched it, check it out. So the next one is a Blu-ray here that hasn't been released for too long. Probably, I would say a couple of months, maybe 5 months, something like that. Maybe a little bit longer, seeing as the remake was released. And that is Stephen King's It. So this is a double dip. The other edition that I have of this, of course, is the old Snapper Case edition. But gotta love the 1990 miniseries. You know, great cast. John Ritter. I can't believe the name's escaping me. Met the guy in person. Richard Thomas. I'm sorry, guys. Tim Curry as Pennywise, always great. I really did enjoy the new remake. I've seen it, but to me, I got to go with the 1990s miniseries. I love it. It's still, to me, one of the most frightening films for a child. For me now as an adult, it's a little bit different, but this scarred me when I was younger. Everyone knows how I feel about this. I've talked about it numerous times, and I love that red disc. I was hoping there'd be a better edition of this released. This is the one that I ended up with. So, Stephen King's It. Gotta love it. Okay, so the next one is a pretty interesting, I guess you would call it a horror, like a horror thriller, and starring James McAvoy, and it's called Split, which a lot of people were buzzing about when it came out in theaters and when it was released. It's something I didn't get to catch in theaters, but I did pick it up on Blu-ray. And I got to say, I was really, really blown away by it. I wasn't really going into it with high expectations. I stayed away from reviews because it was something I was interested in. And Split turned out to be really, really good. James McAvoy, one of his best performances. I really have to give him a round of applause for doing the things that he did and the Split personalities that he pursued. The ending to Split, I'm torn with it. I like it, and I don't like it at the same time. And if you watch it, you'll kind of understand what I mean. I'll do a full review on this film soon when I rewatch it. It kind of made sense for the actions and everything leading up to the ending. But it was a pro for me and a con. So got Split. Okay, I'm trying to hurry up, guys. I don't want to take up too much of your time. The next picked up at Magic Mart over 2 years ago. I can remember buying this one, and it's called Altered States, and it's a film that I've heard about frequently. I heard about it a lot over the past years on YouTube. Something I've never got to see. As you can see, I paid $4.99 for it at Magic Mart. Can't say much about it other than I really want to check it out. This is the old Snapper Case edition. Yeah, I've heard really good things. Heard it's really, really terrifying, so gotta check it out. That is Altered States. Okay, the next one is a film that I picked up at a local comic book shop called Page 3. It has some really good actors in it, so I decided I would try to pick it up and give it a watch. Starring Elizabeth Shue. I don't know anything about it, but it's called The Trigger Effect. So, got that on DVD for $1. So, I bought it. The Trigger Effect. If you know anything about that, let me know. Okay. The next movie I have here starring Robert Redford, Demi Moore, and Woody Harrelson. It's a really good, kind of a drama, romantic kind of thing about betrayal, really, and about how money does affect a relationship or affect love, you know. And this is Indecent Proposal. Really, really good movie. I like it a lot. I find a lot of enjoyment out of it. Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson's a really good actor and actress. I can't really say too much about it. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I just remember really liking the plot, the storyline, and kind of the fallout, like I said, of what money can do to people and what you're willing to do for money. So that is Indecent Proposal. Really good film. Okay, so next, this is probably one of my favorite movies, I would say, of all time. Definitely one of my favorite Nicolas Cage films. This one's also starring Elizabeth Shue. I've owned 2 editions of this over the last couple years. One of them was lost, and this one I had to pick up online a couple months back just so I could rewatch it. You can't find this movie anywhere online digitally, just to rent or anything like that. And it is called Leaving Las Vegas. And I really enjoy this movie because it's a tale of what a commitment and what a relationship really is. You've got 2 characters, and I'll do an in-depth review. I could talk hours about this movie, but it's practically about an alcoholic who goes to Vegas to kill himself and meets a hooker who he falls in love with. It's based off of a novel. I'm trying to think of the guy's name who wrote the novel. Give me just a second. Been out of the game for a while, guys. Let's see here. Well, I cannot find the name of the author to the novel, but apparently after he sold the rights to the film, he actually did take his own life, and it kind of makes this much more dark. It shows a relationship, and it shows 2 people, and it shows that it's kind of a tug back and forth of acceptance and what a relationship really is, which in the end we all are using one another, and that kind of makes sense, and it's an eye opener for a lot of things. It's a very beautifully done, dark, romantic film. It's very, very unique, and I really love it. One of my favorites. Nicolas Cage does a great job, and I know he's had some rocky performances in other films, but I really did like him in that film. This one, obviously, Dirty Dancing, Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey. This one I bought, me and my ex purchased it, and that's pretty much all I can say about it. Everyone knows Dirty Dancing. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and throw this over here and not waste any more time. So next, this is a great series that I've really got into over the last, I'd say probably the past year. Everyone knows it. It is Stranger Things. This is the complete first season. Season 2 was just released not too long ago. I've actually finished it, and I thought it was really good. Probably better than the first season, actually. This is the limited edition set that came out, which I would like to do an in-depth look at because you guys can't really see it too well right now with the iPad I'm using. But a really cool VHS limited edition set. And I think it contains, it's got the DVD set of the first season as well as the Blu-ray. So it's really cool. As you can see, it looks like there's dents and scratches like an old VHS, like I would remember it to be when I was a kid. And yeah, very, very great show. Very ominous. And the tone, too, it reminds me a lot of old school 80s films. It's kind of like The Goonies in a lot of ways, mixed with E.T. It's just got so, like Firestarter, it's got so many classic films thrown in there, and it's perfect. The kids are amazing actors, the story is great, and if you haven't checked out Stranger Things, I would recommend you check it out. So this one, I have saved the few here for the last. Got Twilight Time, Arrow Video, and Scream Factory editions here. This Twilight Time release I picked up when it first came out. I knew I had to order it because this is my favorite vampire film of all time, and it's John Carpenter's Vampires. I'm not going to say too much about it. I've already spoke about the film numerous times on my channel as well as Late Night Frights. Not too many features here. We've got audio commentary, obviously, with John Carpenter, the making of John Carpenter's Vampires, and the original theatrical trailer. There's a couple more, obviously, than what's on the old Bare Bones DVD release. Twilight Time, not a great company, I'm going to be honest with you, but they put out some cool releases, and if you like the film and they have the rights to it on Blu-ray, you might as well go ahead and pick it up for $30, because when it goes out of print, you're not getting your hands on it. So, Vampires. Everyone knows how I feel about that film. Okay, so next, I picked this up at FYE when I was kind of getting back into getting the Scream Factories. I kind of fell out of Scream Factory for a while due to a lot of reasons. One, that they kind of lost my interest in some of the titles they were releasing and announcing. But I saw this one, really wanted to get it, and it's John Carpenter's The Thing, one of my favorite horror films of all time. This is the collector's edition. Sadly, no poster, and I believe there was another limited edition slip that you could have got if you pre-ordered, when this was announced from Scream Factory. Didn't get there in time. I still haven't opened it, but I really like that image. It's a very cold. It just gives a really nice artistic look to an amazing film. So still haven't opened this. I would like to do maybe an unboxing of this or an in-depth look or something like that. So I paid $23 for it. So John Carpenter's The Thing. I'll try to hurry it up a little bit, guys. I don't know how long I'm going on for. I've been rambling a little bit. Next, I just got this in the mail. I was asked what I wanted for Christmas, and I couldn't think of anything except this. I was going to order this anyway. So this was my Christmas present coming from my mom. And it's Silent Night, Deadly Night, one of my favorite slashers, definitely one of my favorite Christmas horror films. The collector's edition, I was a few days too late on getting the poster, which really pissed me off. And I didn't get the, I believe it was a NECA Billy action figure that came with it, or Billy figure, which I really wanted that as well. But at least I got this with the slip, still sealed, as you can see. Silent Night, Deadly Night, amazing, amazing horror film if you haven't seen it. That also I'll be doing an unboxing of. So stay tuned for that. Last, for the Blu-rays, I have the limited edition. I believe it was limited to 3,000 copies of Creepshow 2 from Arrow Video. Now, I just received this in the mail less than 3 days ago. Very, very happy with this. Still sealed, so there will be an unboxing of this as well, and a more in-depth look and talk about the film. I enjoy Creepshow 2. I don't think I enjoy it as much as I do the original, but it's definitely up there. The 3 stories that they do give us with this one is very, very unique and very entertaining. I liked all 3. So you can see here, I got the Creep, and we'll look at this more in depth, but it's a beautiful edition. Limited to 3,000 copies. I did pay a little bit too much for this release, but I wanted to get it. So there's Creepshow 2, the Arrow Video release. I believe that is out of print now. It's hard to find Creepshow 2 anymore anyway for the the Arrow releases. They had a couple editions that they did release. When that one sold out, they had a standard edition, and I just wanted to get that one. So the next thing here is a book that I got as a gift, as a present. It's called Diary of an Oxygen Thief. It's a the author is anonymous. It's a very strange, very weird book. I'm not all the way through it yet, but I really do enjoy what I'm reading. If you like those weird kind of, I wouldn't say necessarily, it's very strange, but I wouldn't say bad, but those kind, it's very, it's kind of put offish. It'll make you want to kind of take a shower. I mean, it's very disturbing in some moments of it. Also about using people for your own self-satisfaction, and that's kind of what this book is about. The lead in it, it's a really good book so far from what I'm reading, and there's also a sequel to it. I'm not sure what that's called, but there is a sequel. Definitely check this out. I paid, well, the person who bought it for me paid $15. Definitely worth the read. Diary of an Oxygen Thief. And the last thing that I have here to show, I bought this at the mall. I believe I bought it at a Books A Million over 2 years ago. Me and my ex went to the mall, and I saw this. I really wanted to get it. I wasn't going to buy it. She told me I should pick it up, and I wanted to get it because I was going to start collecting vinyls, and I didn't end up doing that. But I got this because I love this movie so much, and that is The Crow. This is the original motion picture score from The Crow, which is so badass in that cover. I just wanted it for that alone, even if I never opened it, which I haven't. But look at that, guys. It's really cool. Definitely had to have that. And one of, like I said, my favorite films of all time, Brandon Lee. I mean, can't get no better than that. So that is the vinyl for The Crow. And I love the score. I didn't just get it for this. Like, I love the soundtrack. Like, I could listen to the score over and over. There's so many moments in the movie that I think is probably makes the film enhance so much more by the score. So this is definitely one to pick up if you haven't picked it up. I think I paid like $30 for it. So that is what I got so far, guys. I've got some other things coming in. I've got a lot of videos planned. Like I said, unboxings, different looks at some of the Scream Factories that I've got that I haven't even opened, Arrow videos, stuff like that. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank you for watching this video, being interested enough to click on it after all this time. And I want to apologize for being gone for so long, but I've got some stuff planned. I've got things up my sleeve, so please just stay tuned. And some other announcements coming along for some other channels. So thank you so much, guys. I'm the Jay Sloan, or Jordan, telling you to keep it horror, guys. Peace.